why you're never getting a phone, Max. All right, look at me. 3 of you. Max! This is why you're never getting a phone.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what you said.
Whose phone is that? Gabe's or Evan's?
Did you put him in that shirt?
No. That's like a hand-me-down from a hand-me-down, you know?
I think we're going to do it.
Oh, yours are good though, the hockey ones. Some kids will like the hockey ones.
Right, I think so.
Like Ezra likes it, like Peter has it.
Yeah, I have a bunch.
You know what? Does it say his name in it though?
But you can get a sticker. I see people like when I was in the planning mode, I would see people like sell them and they would like stickers with the new names.
There should be like people outside.
Yeah, you can't make like a keep a cards or something like that, you know?
Did you see the fish Gabe caught? Did he show you? Gabe, show Evan and Max the fish he caught. Max, I don't want you to be on the phone. Give the phone back to Evan, please.
A good spot is present.
Look at the fish he caught.
Yeah, I gotta get my phone first, but yeah.
Oh, okay, we can show him afterwards.
Yeah, you can show after, at dinner or something.
You brought him up. He's gotta go get it down. He was so excited. What? It's up to fish.
Sure.
Would be too.
Logan! That should be exciting. He's known that for
Logan, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Soccer, baseball, football, all the time. As forward as you feel comfortable. Give him that front row spot.
Yes. Do you want me to take a picture?
Yeah, take a picture.
Oh, cool. Great. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm Rebecca. Sam, nice to meet you.
The fishing expo like this winter.
It's time for
New Madison.
It's fine, but our people, we don't want to start if there are people en route. So we can hold off a minute or two, but our people, are we waiting on others?
Sorting everything
the webpage, you'll be able to find YouTube. So if you want to text somebody or something like that, we can do it. It will also be archived, so be sure to share the ceremony with you as well. But we'll hang tight then until they come, and then we will start.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing. So usually I just get dropped off at what's it called? Century.
Now
It's a little bridge. Yeah, there's like a little bridge, and you can fish under it, or there's actually a fishing dock, and then you can go like past and fish for like trout in the river, or you can go back to the river. It's a nice spot. Yeah, no, that was me for I would just say like I would love to just use that as like a feature you can see what makes you players in. It's more it's I want to get it like but like you don't have to. Just like keep in mind.
Everyone to move forward. Like every these front rows, come sit in that engine forward. You guys in the second row, that kind of turn to someone you've never met before and say hello to them for the first time. So, hi.
Kayla, Jordan, and Shotgun together.
Come all of you, come all of us, bless the one, blesses come all of you, come all of us, bless the one. Bless his Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Come all of you. Come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Ruchot havaot, tachat kanfei, kanfei Hashechinah. Im habaim tachat kanfei Hashechinah.
Welcome to the sacred confirmation ceremony. Confirmation is a time to authenticate this group's devotion and commitment to the Jewish people right here at Temple Bethel. Our confirmation group recognizes this amazing, long-lasting tradition of confirmation here, as shown on the walls outside the sanctuary, with pictures dating back to 1941. We would like to thank our siblings, parents, and relatives, as well as this amazing community here at Bethel for motivating us, encouraging us, and giving us all support when we need it. We matured as a unit through our years of Hebrew school together. Although our class numbers have shrunk, we've become closer and stronger. Here we stand today, our class of 6, being accepted into our community as adults for a second time in a new way. This time, we stand together, and therefore, we are more powerful. After today, even though confirmation is over, we realize that our journey is not complete, but rather just beginning, because we have built connections that will last a lifetime. Connections to Judaism, connections to Bethel, and most importantly, connections with each other. Now sit back, relax, and savor this moment as we begin this phenomenal ceremony.
Judaism is power. Not only the ideas, but the people who make up the community. These people helped me shape my Jewish identity. The people I'm talking about don't only include the parents and rabbis, but the teachers who are there during Sunday school, the teachers who help this temple run. I have been lucky enough to help this community by being a madrich at temple in the classrooms, passing on the power of Judaism. Rabbi Hanina sums it up perfectly by saying, "I have learned so much from my teachers, more from my colleagues, and most from my students. The kids in 4K have taught me so much about how different people view the reality of being Jewish." Now, you might think that all a 4 or 5-year-old would think about when discussing the topic of Judaism is the holidays where they get things. But something you might not expect them to talk about is how lucky they are that they are Jewish, because they are so grateful for the friends they made. One of these kids came up to me at the end of class one day and told me that she could not wait until next Sunday because she was so excited to learn more with all of her friends. She also made a point to tell me that she didn't want Sunday school to end because that meant she wouldn't get to hang out with our class anymore. As you might expect, this made me melt. I remember myself as a little girl not wanting to come to Sunday school, and then remembering that my teachers told me we were talking more about what being Jewish means to us. I came back to Temple to help teach because I wanted kids to feel the same joy about learning at Temple as I always did. And knowing that is how she felt made me light up inside. Due to my life here at Temple, I have met some of my best friends who I would never have talked to otherwise. I have connected to my Jewish life more than I ever thought I would have. Temple has shaped the person I want to be. Before, I wanted to be a zoologist, learning about and hanging out with animals. Now I want to be a teacher, which I guess isn't that different. I started wanting to be a teacher because of everything I have talked about today. I want everyone to know that my Jewish identity is important to me, and it matters who you are. And to me, Judaism is power.
Morning, this one's about Israel. Okay. My name is Lola, and I'm a 10th grader at West High School. There's a phrase I often hear: Zionism doesn't equal Judaism. Although it is used to discourage anti-Semitism when discussing the Israel-Palestine conflict, it implies that it's wrong for a Jewish person to be a Zionist. What many anti-Zionists don't understand is the connection that Israel has had to Jewish people for centuries and still does to this day. On the holiday of Passover, the final line in the Haggadah prayer book is "Next year in Jerusalem." At Temple, we talk about how great it will be to go to Israel and how excited we should be for our birthright trips. More often than not, Jews have friends and family who live in Israel. For most Zionists, we don't believe that the land of Israel is our God-given right, or that the Arabs don't belong there. We are Zionists for the simple reason that we don't want Israel to be the 110th country that our people have been kicked out of. My friends at school don't understand why I'm a Zionist. When I tell them I am, they glance awkwardly at each other as if I just told them I'm a racist or a wanted criminal. In history class, we go over the differences between Judaism and Zionism. We are told that there's nothing wrong with Judaism and only Zionism is bad. But if I wasn't a Zionist, that would honestly be more questionable. The definition of Zionist is someone who believes that Israel has a right to exist and that Israelis have a right to live in the country that they were born and raised in. I'm a Zionist because I believe that my close friends and family in Israel shouldn't be sent elsewhere, that their country shouldn't be abolished, and that they deserve to live in the only home they've ever known. I do not support Benjamin Netanyahu or many of the actions of the Israeli government, but then again, I don't support the US president or government all that much either. Still, I'm a patriot and I love my country. How can I say that about America, but not Israel? Both countries I could consider home, and both countries are very dear to my heart. I'm a Zionist because I am Jewish, because I love my Israeli friends, and I hope to spend next Passover in Jerusalem.
As a Reformed Jewish teen in Madison, Wisconsin, I've experienced many things that an Orthodox or even a conservative teen in Madison would never have thought of doing. I would have never guessed I would be giving the new rabbi's son tennis lessons or be trampled by second grade Jewish boys coming back on the Camp Shalom bus stop, or even rushing to the Kona Ice snow cone truck at the end of the Sunday school year. My Jewish identity is shaped by all the multitudes of experiences away from traditionally Jewish places and in places like school, camp, and most importantly, with family. In school, I am constantly reminded of Judaism because I am the minority, with around 3 to 4% of my school being Jewish. So whenever Israel or Judaism is mentioned, I immediately perk up and enhance my focus on whatever is being spoken. Especially in recent times, whenever Israel or Palestine are mentioned, I always feel like the eyes in the room start to shift to me just because I'm Jewish. Although this may seem negative, I tend to experience many acts of kindness in school, like people advocating and allying with me, especially in places like my history classes when we talk about the history of Israel and our rich 4,000-year history, which affirms the positive feelings in school. In Camp Shalom, I'm constantly reminded of Judaism because it is a Jewish camp, and all the songs and traditions like Shabbat make me feel like I truly belong. However, there are a significant number of both campers and counselors who are not Jewish and have no idea what being Jewish in Hebrew even mean. Despite all of this, I feel so connected to my Jewish identity. During camp, I feel so connected to Judaism, even without chanting Torah or praying. And instead, on the way home from camp, on our great Camp Shalom Gold Bus, it's exciting when everyone piles on the bus yelling, "Where's Gabe?" or "I call sitting next to Gabe." Usually seconds later, I see either Max or Ellis, Mason or Nate, or any other amazing camper rushing to sit close to me or at my great co-counselors and waiting anxiously for me to listen to the great camp stories of the day. Lastly, my family is the most important factor in my out-of-temple Judaism experiences. When I'm with family, whether in the house or walking to temple, my mom talks about all the fun my brother Avi is having with Hillel or his fraternity, AEPi, in Minnesota. Sometimes we discuss my sister Shoshana's job at the Jewish Federation of Madison and all the great work she does. Whether it's saying the Shabbat blessings before we have pizza bruta, or playing Dreda with my siblings, or having high holiday dinners or Passover seders with my parents and Bubby and Papa, it always feels like so many Jewish things are happening in my family, which is great, and it makes me feel very included in my generation. From my grandparents to my parents, and now passed down to me, I feel the power of Lador Vador, and my family is very strongly tied to me. All these things lead to today, where I confirm myself as a part of this great, long-lasting Jewish tradition. School, camp, family, and all the other Jewish things I do confirm that I am a part of this society at Temple Bethel and the Jewish community of Madison.
Our Torah reading for confirmation is the 10 Commandments from the book of Exodus. These commandments provide ethical and moral guidance that are simple enough to be just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Traditionally, the confirmation ceremony is connected to the holiday of Shavuot, in which we receive the Torah. As Jewish teenagers in modern America, the challenge is to make these ancient ideas continually relevant. Please rise and follow along in the program as we recite the 10 Commandments.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Anochi Adonai Elohecha, Asher Hotzeticha Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Mi Beit Avadim, Lo Yiyeh Lecha Elohim Acherim Al Panai.
Lo ta'aseh lecha fesel v'chol timuna asher bashamayim mima'al va'asher ba'aretz mitachat va'asher ba'mayim mitachat la'aretz. Lo tishtahaveh lahem v'lo to'ovdem ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkanah poked avon avot al banim al sheleshim ve'al ribeim listen I.
Ve'oseh hesed la'olafim la'ohavai u'lishomrei mitzvotai. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav Ki lo yenakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav.
Zahor Yom HaShabbat Lekadsho Sheishet Yamim Tavod Va'asita Chol Melachtecha Ve'yom HaShvi'i Shabbat L'Adonai Elohecha Lo Ta'aseh Hol Melacha Ata Uvinha Uvitecha Avdecha V'amata Uvhemtecha V'gercha Asher Bisharecha.
Ki Sheishet Yamim Asa Adonai Et Hashamayim Ve'et Haaretz Et Hayam Ve'et Kol Asher Bam Bayanach Bayom Hashvi'i Al Kain Beirach Adonai Et Yom HaShabbat Vayekadeshehu.
Kabed et Ivecha ve'et Imecha. Laman Ya'arichun Yamecha al ha'adama asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Lo tirtza, lo tinaf, lo tignov, lo ta'aneh, v'reacha eid shakir.
Lo takmod beit reacha, lo takmod eshet reacha, ve'avdo ve'amato, ve'sharo ve'chamoro, ve'kol asher l'reacha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torat emet V'hayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Hello, I'm Eden and I'm a sophomore at Sun Prairie West High School. Being Jewish, to me, means identifying as a little bit different from everyone around me. Even my Jewish friends are unalike from me in many ways, mainly because my dad was raised Christian. Being able to share what makes me unique has always been one of the biggest parts of my Jewish identity. My mom used to always teach my elementary school classes about Hanukkah when the holiday season came around. My classmates liked learning about new things, and I loved feeling not different but special to all of my peers. I think that little me didn't totally know what being Jewish is about, but rather she wanted the attention that being Jewish got her. Now, to me, being Jewish is more about traditions than belief. I still don't truly know what being Jewish is, but I do know how to celebrate Judaism. I was raised learning specific tunes for prayers, celebrating Shabbat at summer camp, eating during most fasting holidays, being a madricha on Sunday mornings, having a bat mitzvah, and many more experiences that other Jewish people might not have been taught or grown up with. Even though we are all different, the way we celebrate is what I like most about being Jewish. Tonight, as a confirmation class, we are experiencing and celebrating another Jewish milestone together. Today, I'm not a little kid watching my mom present to my classmates, but rather a leader in this community trying my best to help others discover how they like to celebrate their Judaism.
Hello. Growing up Jewish has been a struggle in more ways than one. Throughout my life, I've been pestered, nagged, and irked about my Reform Judaism faith. Either I wasn't Jewish enough, or I was to be religious. Either I wasn't Jewish enough to be religious, or I was too Jewish to participate in normal activities. These instances came in the form of people getting confused when I tell them that I don't celebrate Christmas or Easter, or them trying to push the Christian agenda and faith into my face. I have always been told that I was born into a culture where I am constantly oppressed and discriminated against. My cause for this somber start of the talk is to refresh the idea of oppression into your minds. Oppression, by definition, is unfair and cruel treatment, especially over a long period. Honestly, it's what it's felt like at times, being constantly surrounded by a social culture that doesn't fully get or respect mine. Whether it's having to explain why I don't do the same things they do for the 100th time, or it's being made to feel like I'm not enough for society. It's isolating, and yeah, it hurts. But here's the thing, I've also grown a lot from it. I've learned how to speak up for myself, how to be proud of where I come from, and how to hold onto my identity even when it's hard. I've had to explain holidays, traditions, and beliefs more times than I could count. And while it can be frustrating, it's also taught me patience, strength, and pride. I'm proud to be a Jewish role model to kids at this temple, Camp Shalom, and Camp Interlaken. The kids have taught me that I am responsible for people as well as myself, as it is a Jewish ideal that all Jews are responsible for one another. Being Jewish in a world that doesn't always make space for us has shown me how important it is that we, as a community, keep making that space for ourselves and each other. So even though this started heavy, I don't want it to end that way. I'm truly, truly grateful for my Judaism. It's made me who I am, stronger, louder, and more grounded. And it's connected me to this amazing community. That's why I wanted to share this. Not just to call it the struggles, but to show how we grow from them. Thank you.
My name is Maria, and I go to Wanakee High School. And if anyone knows where that is, it's a big, growing community with about 1,500 people at their high school. Probably 3 Jewish kids, including me. I can only hope that the arrival of 250 new families in Wanakee brings more diversity in our city, the only Wanakee in the world. Being one of the only Jewish kids at my school has shaped my identity a whole lot throughout my adolescent years. I remember how in 7th grade, when I was 12 years old, and I was having my bat mitzvah, nobody knew anything about Jewish culture. And I think that is a real problem today. I don't exactly look like the stereotypical Jewish person that might come to mind. The last name gives it away in the end, though. But that is my point. You can't assume who people are just by what they look like. Being Jewish has made me really think about all the conflict people have with our religion. Anti-Semitism and hate from all parts of the world is something I'm sure everyone in this room has faced. I've noticed that if you have something as simple as putting an Israeli flag in your bio on social media can get spammed with threats and hate. It's not our fault that people are dying in the Middle East, and everyone seems to think it is. What would a couple of teenagers do thousands of miles away from Israel who somehow are associated with war just because they love their country? Not only can we be more tolerant, but we can strive for a better future as a Jewish community living with hate around us. This is why so many of us go to Midrashah and confirmation. It's a place I can go to talk to my Jewish peers and get wisdom from the rabbi. People who share the same ideas as me, and where we can all learn about Judaism and its holy connection with Israel. Eventually, I'm sure Wanakee will be more diverse in the future. With all the new infrastructure in Wisconsin, there's no doubt we can help to shape our communities moving forward. Being confirmed means being seen in a different light, and I hope as my life goes on, the world will change for the better.
Cantor Nami and I are going to offer a private blessing to each of our confirmands. We're going to invite the Director of Lifelong Learning, Kendra Sager, to join us. We're going to open the ark, but it might be open for a little while, so if you need to take a moment to sit, that's okay as well. Invite forward Gabe Prager. all of you to come over in front of the ark. Lola, stay here. You guys can stand next to each other, put your arms around one another, and we'll offer you, first the ark, look at the cantor, myself, put your arms around each other, we'll put our hands on your shoulders, and we'll offer you one of our people's most ancient blessings, the words of the priestly benediction.
Yivarechechem Adonai ve'yishmerechem.
May God bless you, and may God keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elechem v'chunekem.
May God's light shine upon you and shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elechem v'yasem lachem shalom.
Wherever you go, wherever life's journeys take you, may you always be given the most precious gift, the gift of peace. And we can all say, Amen.
Amen.
You can have a seat, except for our confirmands and their parents, because I'm going to invite forward all of our confirmation parents to stand on the bima with their confirmand. Now you can spread out upon the bima a little bit. You find your child. Tonight we gather not only to celebrate a milestone, but to honor a journey that began when these young people were just littles, running through the halls of this synagogue, learning Hebrew letters, lighting their Shabbat candles, singing the Shema with wide-eyed wonder. We've watched them grow together as a class and as a community, from the early days of religious school through the meaningful and sometimes nerve-wracking moments of B'nai Mitzvah, and now to this moment of confirmation. Along the way, they have learned, questioned, supported one another, and deepened their connection to Judaism and to each other. To our confirmands, I know your parents and your grandparents and your siblings, they all love you, and you have been witness to this growth, all the people here. You've cheered from the sanctuary, you've carpooled to Bethel, you've made hamantash and flip latkes, and to the parents and to the grandparents, you've endured eye rolls and shrugs and cell phone distractions. But to our parents, you've modeled through your own blessings and burdens what it means to live a Jewish life with love, resilience, and faith. And now these students are stepping into a new kind of responsibility. They will be future leaders of this synagogue and the Jewish people. As they take on more freedom, they also inherit the deeper responsibilities of Jewish adulthood, to act with integrity, to care for others, and to be a force for justice and compassion in the world. The age of 16 also marks a real milestone, as this group has just learned or is about to learn to start driving. Getting behind the wheel, not just of a car, but of their own lives. They are beginning to make choices that shape who they are and who they want to become. And so just a final message to the 6 of you. Your parents, think about who you are when your hands and your fingernails were so tiny, that they would slip perfectly into the palms of your hands. And they think about the questions you asked and the stories you told when you were toddlers, and they remember when you started kindergarten and where you consecrated, maybe even here at Bethel. They love you with full body and heart. So I'm going to give each of your parents, or set of parents, a little gift to give to you, and I want you to look them right in the eyes. And we have a special parent blessing. So face your confirmands. Face your confirmands. And we're going to parents, I'll invite you, let's all parents read together. Our congregation celebrates these teens and rejoice in the spirit of hope and promise they bring to our community. Each one is a treasure, a unique individual to be cherished together that represents the next generation of our people. As we present you, as your parents present you, with the symbol of your new status as a driver or a recent driver, we offer you these holy words. Adonai yishmor tze'echa uvo'echa me'ata v'ad olam. May God protect you as you go out in peace, and may you return in peace now and forever. And as a community, let's all sing the words of the Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Big hugs. You don't have a choice. Like big hugs, like actually like 2 arm hugs, not just 1 arm hug. So. Can I invite our community to rise and open to the back of the program? Let's read this community blessing from the Talmud together. May you see your world in your lifetime, and your end in the life of the world to come, and your hope carried on through generations. May your heart pronounce with understanding, your mouth speak wisdom, and your tongue be moved to song. May your eyelids face straight ahead, and your eyes enlightened by the light of Torah, and your face shine like the brightness of the firmament. May your lips burst forth knowledge, and your essence rejoice in uprightness. And may your steps run to hear the words of the Holy Ancient One. Invite our parents to have a seat, and our confirmation class can sit over here.
I'll just briefly explain what we're giving you. There's a little bit of a theme. So first I want to say we're so incredibly proud of you guys, like bursting with pride. It's really just incredible to hear the things that you guys have to say, and you're thinking about clearly what it's going to be like to sort of own your Judaism when you go out into the world. And that moment of going out into the world and trying to navigate Judaism on your own is coming sooner than you realize. It's very near. And so, though it's not this moment, we are sort of thinking ahead to when you guys are out there doing it on your own. And so the gifts that we're giving you are to aid you in being your Jewish selves wherever you are. So you're getting travel stuff. A travel set of Shabbat candlesticks that are really little and easy to use and portable, and a travel Tanakh. It's like this big, and I'll say like I have a copy just like it, and I literally was that nerd that put it in my backpack and like carried it around for a couple years of my life. And it is so useful, and I hope that it's something that you will take with you wherever your life takes you in the next few years, and that you can remember your community and this moment and how much you guys are loved, and that you can feel sort of surrounded by the love of Judaism wherever you are. And yes, you don't get to pick a color. They have your names on them. Sorry.
Before we conclude our ceremony, I just want to say an extra special thanks to Logan and Sam for helping coordinate all of our Midrashah, our high school Wednesday night program. It's a delight that you're here celebrating confirmation. We really appreciate your presence here. And then a special thank you to Dana, who has helped so much coordinate everything within confirmation from the very beginning. We would not be able to do this without her. Following Havdalah, please come into the community court and mingle. But I don't want to talk, so I'll invite Chloe up to introduce Havdalah.
Throughout the weeks, we have worked on confirmation. We have had our ups and downs. Seeing our Torah portions for the first time felt to me like the slope down to where I would eventually lay, falling all the way down. But in the end, we all stood here with a strong push from each other, our community, and we made it through. That is why a twisted candle with many wicks shines brighter than a wick alone in its own wax. That is what our Havdalah is about tonight. Not only the new start as we go into the next week, but also the community we are bringing with us. The people I am with on the Bima tonight are the people I choose to bring into the new week with me, the people I choose to bring into my future. That is why our confirmation class wants to invite you all to join us around the Bima to do the Havdalah blessings.
Would someone help me? Got it. Great. Oh, do we need a lighter? All right. Got it. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen Borei peri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei minei v'samim Borei minei v'samim Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol la 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 Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Hera v'yameinu yavo eleinu im Mashiach ben David, im Mashiach ben David. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Shavua tov.
And on three, let's say Mazel Tov. 1, 2, 3.
Mazel tov.
All right, let's join us in the community court. Congregation, guys, if you could please hang your robes up, that would be helpful.
Yeah, talitot and robes. Come on.